I love the mess I'm living in right now. My house is a total disaster, and I'm literally not bothered by it right now. Hi, my name is Coach Bruce, and I'm a life coach for ADHD parents. I used to go crazy when my house was a mess. I used to cringe so hard. It used to make my skin like want to literally crawl off of my muscles. And this was never my feeling. I had been literally beaten into the condition of keeping my room clean. My mother was undiagnosed ADHD and I'm pretty sure OCD, and her take on cleanliness was if you were a messy person, you were disgusting. You were less than human. And I thought that was the way that cleanliness was, that you were not allowed to be messy and to be considered a person of value. So I wore that my entire life. And whenever I moved out and started to live on my own, eventually I got married and I carried that into my relationship initially. I used to gaslight my wife and tell her she wasn't doing enough. I used to um, have unrealistic expectations of what the cleanness of the house should be like while I sat on my ass and played video games because the idea of cleaning myself paralyzed me. I had so much trauma around the act of cleaning because it had everything to do with trying to achieve validation from people I was never good enough for that it made me freeze. And that was never how I was supposed to. Like, I didn't ever care about my room being perfectly clean. Perfection was never a goal that mattered to me. I had been tricked into believing it mattered because that is what mattered to my parents, and it mattered to them because it mattered to society. And I live impulsively now. I live in a way that says I am going to worry about what matters to me. Society can hit the bricks. I don't care. If it's not something that is honestly aligned with what I see to be important in this world, then I'm not going to prioritize it. Period. So keeping my room perfectly clean all the time is not high on my priority list. And especially in times like this where we're in the middle of a move, the mess helps me. I need to be able to see all the stuff I've got to get packed up. So, yes, it's everywhere. And that works for me. So, it's okay. So, I love the fact that I've been able to embrace what works for me and use it to achieve my goals. Whereas to in my previous moves, I have had to completely shut down and check out because there was too much going on and I wasn't able to interact in any kind of way that was helpful. I would either spin out into being an over obsessive, hyper focused asshole, or I would become completely paralyzed by the mess because I couldn't control it. Neither one of those is a helpful way to be an ADHD parent. But if you're able to embrace the mess because it is yours and it is what you need to be able to get through the situation and give yourself the grace to understand that you need to be serving yourself in this moment. If you do things the way that helps you, then you can be helpful to others. But the key thing is not to try to make others do things your way. You do things your way and you let people do things their way. It's hard for people in this world to just let people be. But whenever you start to live in truth and you really start to be vulnerable and you start to realize that so much of the stuff that you care about other people doing is because you're being triggered about your own trauma, it's much easier to let it go and just let them do their thing. That's living impulsively. It is worrying about what your urges and emotions are telling you about what's going on in the moment and following what serves you. It doesn't come easy, but it's pretty simple. You live by a code, which is to tell the truth. You put yourself in a place of power by doing a routine every morning that serves you to be in a place of protection and power. You put your body in a place of power by working out and meditating every morning. You put your mind in a place of power by stacking and connecting with your family every morning. You are putting yourself in a place of power by taking care of yourself on a daily basis. And from there, you can start to trust what is actually being said inside you, because the critic starts to separate from the inner voice. One is supporting you, guiding you to your dreams and your purpose. The other is trying to tear you down. And as an ADHD person, there are always going to be both of those voices. It's learning to discern the difference and to trust one and deny the other. That is being impulsive. That is guiding yourself to your dreams. That is finding purpose. But as long as you deny the truth inside of yourself, you hide from the urges and the feelings that you have, you will not find your purpose, because it comes from inside of you. So you have to be able to trust what you feel. If you are if you are curious about how you can start to uncover the impulsive you, please throw a comment in the or throw a me in the comment and interact with me and let me know that you'd like to hear more about this. Or go to www.impulsive.life/consult and get a free consultation. In that consultation, I will give you at least 3 strategies that will help you to start living impulsively right now. And the impulsive you has so much more power than you could ever even realize. There is something more waiting for you. All you have to do is decide to come get it. Have a good night.